Hey everyone, NW Order for Life here with Arslan Senki episode, episode 1 to 4 overview slash, thoughts, impressions. So Arslan Senki is like this show where in like the Persian Empire, I believe it is, like around that time with the Persian Empire and that kind of, era. I don't know if his actual army itself is like the Persian army or if it's like just like something meant to like reference that. But either way, it's about a prince who has a father who's the king of a kingdom, and they have this amazing army that's undefeated in the world. And um, what happens is that the prince is timid, and he's like kind of like a really nice kid, and he doesn't really like the fact that like he's brought up like that he has servants and that there are slaves. It's like commonplace or whatever. And like you have the opposing like religious sect who believe that slavery is evil, and like anybody who goes against God's teaching should be killed. And so now you have the prince meet this slave, this religious sect kid that got captured in the war, and the kid escapes. But before he does, he ends up going on a chase, using the prince as a hostage, trying to flee from everybody. And the prince kind of like gets his point of view a little bit and understands that like this isn't a good idea to keep slaves, and that's why there's so much hatred and things of that nature. And it's cool, and that's a nice little but you don't even get to go into the show like as the little boy prince and the little kid from a different religious group and everything. That the show immediately flips on its head, because all of a sudden there is a war, and the war shows that there's a traitor within their army, and the traitor ends up getting the prince's father killed, the mighty like unbeatable king who's like this legend in the battlefield, young king. And and most of his generals and commanders and captains and things of that nature, all like superior, like I don't know how much, what the numbers are, something like 500,000 cavalry, and 128,000 like man, foot soldiers, like the most strongest army ever that nobody can oppose. And they do it by betrayal, by luring them into like pits, and setting them ablaze with fire arrows, and all these clever strategies, like hidden in the mist and stuff like that, all because that one like commander guy betrayed the king and just screwed up the entire army. So the prince is the only one left alive, one of the few left alive. And one of the king's main like generals that raised the prince like with the sword and taught him fighting and everything, his son ends up being like this amazing servant to the prince. And he was like a real big shot in the army, and his father was like the highest aside from the king. And his father told him to protect the prince and become his servant and everything like that. So only him and the prince survive. They get out of the war. They go to this they go to this like tactician, a former tactician that won the king wars, but the king banished him because he didn't like slavery, he hated slavery. And so the prince and I think his name is Dylan, the man who serves the prince. But they go to this tactician, and it reminds me of the Suikoden series, where like the main star, the Tenkai star, the hero of the game, goes and needs a tactician to give him amazing strategies and whatnot. So if this anime actually shows like strategy, like like we're gonna lure them here and deceive them. I mean, because he already did some crazy shit. Like he in order to make the king win, all he did was send messengers to each of the opposing armies. The reason why the king's army became so amazing was because they sent messengers to each opposing army and said like, oh, spread rumors here about them joining, and spread rumors here about them joining. And like the uh, the, the prince's father's army or whatever. And then like the mistrust between like this alliance of all these other kingdoms, they the strategists released slaves in two separate locations, making everybody think that the rumors were true and that what they were hearing was correct. And so all the other countries went to war with each other instead of being in an alliance, and that's how the king army like drove, pretty much wiped them all out and became the sole, like, ruler of all the lands or whatever around there, continents, and not continents, but like, I guess, like cities and large areas of the country. I don't know. But it was cool. Like, it would be awesome if this is like a Suikoden strategist. Like if you've never heard of Suikoden, like look up Lucretia from Suikoden 5. Look up oh my god, people are gonna kill me. The one from Suikoden 2. What was his name? Oh my god, people are gonna kill me that I remember Lucretia and I don't remember him. But the Suikoden strategists were amazing, and they had all these crazy tactics with, like, faking out the enemy, spreading false information, and leading into traps and things of that nature. And it's just so cool. And I can't think of the Suikoden 2 strategist's name. Oh my god! But yeah, that if that happens in this anime and they have this amazing strategist like that, because he already sweared fealty to the prince, bowed before him, because the prince said that if he follows him, the prince will let him be the official artist of the court. Because I don't know if he draws obscene things or if he just draws crazy things, but his drawings art is like, like not looked upon favorably. But the prince is like, whatever, do that for me and I'll give you that. And I'm pretty sure the prince also wants to free the slaves as well, which is what the strategist wants. He wants freedom for all the slaves. And I just think, like, it's looking to be such a great story with this prince taking back his kingdom. The next episode is going to be the kingdom in fire, from the enemy, from the traitor commander and his traitors, fellow traitors that worked under him in the army, and then plus the religious people that he's working with. Like, they're all going to be trying to attack the city, burn the city. The prince is going to save the city, I believe, with the help of the strategist, maybe become the new king. This anime can become epic when it comes to, like, warfare and strategy, and just like, now that I'm sure the prince will eventually meet that kid that was from the religious thing. Maybe that kid will become his ally rather instead of his enemy. If he starts, like, having different mentality with freeing the slaves and stuff. And I'm really excited for the show. It's called Arslan Senki, and it's awesome. I'm really excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you think that this idea of this strategist, Shu! Suikoden 2 strategist name was Shu. That was it. I can't believe I forgot. Epic, epic. Look it up, man. Suikoden 2, Shu. His strategies, amazing. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know what you think about the strategies, the warfare, the action, the potential epic, just epic stuff that's going to come from this anime. I have real high expectations. I couldn't find a manga to watch it, so it's all new to me, and I can't wait to see. Let me know what you think in comments below. Please share, rate, and subscribe for more videos, and thank you. Have a nice night. Peace.